Alrighty then, video time. So, I've had quite an interesting adventure, and I've sat with it for a minute because I don't like to jump the gun on doing things until I've thought about them and sat with them for a minute. And so I feel like now I'm ready to say something. So recently I had a situation with a friend. So this video is going to be me talking directly to you, my friend. You're not a friend to me. You're not capable of being friends with people, I believe. But I am a friend to you, and I showed you that by being very kind and giving and doing everything I said I would do for you. And I'm not sorry that I did that. You're clearly a person that's not mentally well. And those are the kind of people that do need assistance and help from others. However, I wanted to help you, not facilitate you in your bad behavior. And so I just want to tell you that first and foremost, your behavior is abusive. The way you behave towards humans and animals is abusive. It is abuse. And you may not realize that, but it is. And at the end of our relationship, because our relationship is over, not because I'm mad or angry or resentful at all. It's just that I don't have the energy or bandwidth to deal with people that have the mental instability that you have. It's a level of neediness and draining that I'm not interested in. I already have children, and many of them, and I'm more than happy to have healthy, stable friends for sure, but not basically adding more like 2-year-olds that are in adult bodies to my life. So you may not realize this, or maybe you do, because I don't know, and I have no way to speculate if the things that you do are a methodical strategy so that you can con people out of their hard work and money, or if you really are just like super paranoid and think that people are trying to steal your house, for example. I never had any intentions of stealing your house. I never even stole a candy bar as an adult. Of course, a couple of things as a child, but I don't steal, I don't lie, and I don't cheat. And I don't know how you could steal a house. It's really not humanly possible to steal a house. I own a house, as you know, and I've gone to the courts to get people removed from my house. So that's just silly. And so if you really do believe that, I need you to understand that you have rights under the law that prevent anyone from being able to steal your house. So you don't need to keep on being paranoid about that. I did learn of another lady that helped you just like I have, maybe not identically, but she cleaned your house for sure. And I don't know if you accused her of trying to steal your house, but I know that you yelled at the city clerk saying that. And so that's not mentally stable. That's not possible. And you need to, and I believe that you can teach yourself to have more mental wellness by first telling your brain to shut the fuck up when it tells you people are trying to steal my house, when really they're just trying to help you, dude. Like, you're really messy and you're really mean, and I didn't realize this about you because you present yourself as a really well and put together person that's really intelligent and articulate, but it's just a front, because as much as that might be part of who you are, and I have no doubt that you have intelligence within you, you also have mental instability, and it comes out and it shows through in the way you live your life. And so you're not asking my opinion, but I'm giving it to you anyways. It's not an opinion, it's a matter of fact that the way that you're choosing to conduct your life is going to impair your mental ability, like staying up all night, doing whatever in the world it is that you do on Facebook and with, you know, your supposed legal business. Lack of sleep is going to impair your mental wellness. The quality of food that you put into your body, that you're making your brain out of, is going to impair your mental wellness. So you eat a lot of junk foods. You eat way too much foods. A lot of vegetable oils, processed sugars, superficial, artificial sugars are in particular very toxic and poisonous to your body. Those are going to impair your mental wellness. All those processed meats and those fake fermented foods, those fake pickles and they're full of a lot of poisons and toxins that are also going to impair your brain's ability to function properly. So these are just the things I observed that you do from you being in my home for months at a time, and for me being in your home and cleaning your home. So the amount of time you were in my home, you messed up my home rather quickly. That's not like normal for like an adult to just like totally trash your room like that. That's like what my little kids do. So whatever happened to you as a child or whatever could be a variety of things, but one of the things that kind of seems apparent to me, just because of your behavior and the tantrums that you threw at me and at my roommates and so forth, it seems like basically your mommy was too good of a mommy that spoiled you. So you seem like you're a spoiled little brat, and you're stuck at the age of like between 2 and 5. So possibly because you've had a lot of mental health evaluations, you already know that you do have narcissistic personality disorder from my assessment. I'm not a professional, but just from my own observation of your behavior, which you may or may not be able to heal from according to people, but I think you could improve and or heal from it for sure if you want to become aware of the fact that you do have this. Your behavior is not normal of an adult. Even teenagers that have more maturity and ability to keep themselves together and clean, honey. And so, like, your mommy and your aunt, I don't know, maybe they're evil, creepy people that did abuse you, but the stuff that you told me was abuse didn't really seem like abuse. It just seemed like you were being a little brat, and so they locked you in a basement for a while because you wouldn't shut up. That's called normal. When a little kid won't stop screaming and demanding that they get whatever they want, then the adults in their lives get tired of it and don't want to hear it. Okay, and so they will put you in a room or a basement or whatever and close the door so that you have the time to gather yourself and shut the fuck up. That's called normal, not abuse. Nothing you've told me is what I consider abuse, okay? So I may be wrong, but it seems like your mommy and your aunt observed that you are an abuser yourself and that you're mentally unstable because you are. And I've now observed this from you. You don't have any clue what you're doing. You don't know how to manage relationships with other people. And I know that you think that because you scream and yell and throw a fit, which is actually a tantrum, and you get people to back down because they're afraid of you, that works, but it doesn't. It just makes people want to get the hell away from you and then never come near you again. And when you had the incident of where you were throwing a fit at my roommate, that was abuse to my roommate, and it was abuse to me and my home and my business. And the reason why he backed down is because I asked him, please just back down. She's going to be out of our house in one day. And out of respect for me, he did it. Because he respects me. Because I'm a kind and loving and reasonable person. So you thought that something worked, but it didn't. The way I do things worked. That's why he backed down. Otherwise, that same dude, he would have fought you till one of your asses got arrested. Period. Because he doesn't back down like that. I, out of the kindness of my heart, cleaned your home. And I saved your home from being repossessed. And you didn't even care. You didn't stick to your word of our agreement. You didn't, like a reasonable adult, try to make a new agreement when you decided that the one that we had wasn't going to work out for you because you wanted money right now. You wanted me to send you my money right now. And the reason why I did not want to send you my money right now is because I observed that you're really irresponsible with money. And I was concerned that I'd already invested so much money in your house and into a possible business, and that I was going to invest more, and you were just going to blow it going out to eat and buying yourself stuff and not pay your bills, actually. So because of my observation of your behavior, I did not trust you to be a responsible adult because you're not a responsible adult. You don't behave like an adult. And you don't behave responsibly. And so that's why I was not going to, I would rather cut my losses right then and there than continue this toxic, abusive relationship with a mentally unstable person. And so I know that you think that you're going to sue people and you're going to win, but now there's another witness that can verify that you're mentally unstable. There's more than one, right? Because there's me and there's all my roommates. So what I would beg you, and I'm not doing any of this to be vindictive or resentful, I truly care about you as a human being, I want you to get better, is admit defeat, realize that you are messed up, and I'm not saying go get on drugs or whatever. Please follow my dietary advice and do not get on drugs. But realize that you're not well. Get off all those toxic things that I just mentioned. And please go visit your children that are under your mom's care for good reason. You're not mentally well. That's why you got your children taken away. And you're not going to get them back, not because of my eyewitness or anything. It's just because in the law in Iowa, once you get your kids taken away for a second time, that's a permanent situation once they get adopted. But what my eyewitness is going to do in my testimony is just to verify that you are mentally ill and that the people that have already accused you of that weren't lying. So you're not going to get away with suing them. You're not going to get away with getting millions of dollars, and you're not going to get away with getting them thrown in jail when they haven't actually done anything wrong. And I'm not going to sit back and allow innocent people to maybe go to jail and get ripped off of millions of dollars when they didn't do anything wrong. because I've actually had people lie about me, and those people so far have gotten away with it. And you're those people. You're the people that lied about me. You're not the victim. You're the one that has victims under you. You're abusing people. You probably have abused your mom. And maybe your kids. I don't know. I don't know if you abused your kids, but it's very possible. And so I can't obviously control you, but I'm here as a voice of reason to tell you that you need to just relax and admit defeat. Get over your pride, because you're messed up. You're messed up. You didn't care that you were stealing my time and money. I'm a single mom of 8 kids that had compassion for you and invested in you. And yeah, naturally, of course, I would want a return on my investment. But when you changed and decided that we weren't going to proceed with doing the business, you didn't even care that I was losing all of my time and investment. You just were like, give me money or get out. You didn't say, a person that has a heart would say, I know you've invested a lot, but I need money and I can't do this anymore. I can't wait for this to turn into a business and to generate income. And so I want to change our agreement. And because you have invested so much in it, why don't we change it to you're renting from me, and then like every month we'll take $100 off the rent that we agree is fair, and until you get paid back for the investment you made. No, you didn't do that because you're evil. And that's what leads me to believe that you are a con artist and a psychopath, because only a con artist, psychopath would be okay with doing that. A good person would not. So a while ago you told me you don't think you're an empath. You're definitely not an empath. Fact. You're like a robot box person, like I told you that maybe your mom was that. And maybe she is, because broken people make more broken people. But maybe she's just a really good person that loved her child and spoiled her to actual rotten death. You remind me very much of my ex-husband and of my ex-baby daddy, Yaku Daddy. You got issues, dude, and you can get better. And I think you're really smart and you're on your path to getting better because you were smart enough to follow me. I can show you a path back to your heart and to your feelings and to turning into a real human instead of being a dead inside robot. So I think you're doing great on that. I'm not mad at you. I took a risk, and I knew I was taking a risk, and I knew when to back out, and I backed out, right? But if you're a good person, that you claim to be this good moral person, then you will pay me back. You'll work and you'll pay me back. And so I have at least $4,000 to $5,000 when you take all the money I spent and all the time I spent into your home. I made it beautiful. Your home was perfect and beautiful. I was working on turning it into a business. You didn't give me enough time to be able to do that. But I want you to know that before you got greedy and impatient, not before, after you got greedy and impatient and broke our business deal, broke our agreement, I did rent the room. I rented the room for long enough to be able to get my airplane ticket away from there and a ride out of there. So because of your greediness and your impatience, you actually lost a really good loyal friend, and you did lose maybe potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars that we could have made out of that house, that I could have made out of that house for us. Yes, sure, you could do it, but not in the mental state that you're in. I was able to build a really good rating on Airbnb and on Rover, the dog booking service, because I have a good heart. I keep my word. I bust my butt and I do a great job. I don't abuse people or animals like you do. You're mean to the dogs. You were mean to my dogs. You were mean to my roommates. There's no way I'm clean. And I'm clean. I'm clean. I'm kind. I work my butt off. I do exactly what I say I'm going to do when I say I'm going to do it, etc. So in order for you to build a business like I've built a business, you'd have to be that. And you're not that right now. So I was able to get the one person booked in because of my high rating on Airbnb, right? So sure, you can put an ad on Airbnb. You have to keep your house immaculate. You have to be very consistently messaging people and answering their messages. You have to be kind and loving and do exactly as you say you're going to do so you can get good ratings. And I hope you do that. I taught you how to run a business. In the community in which you live, there's beautiful dogs. And it's obviously a very affluent community. People that can't afford to pay you to watch their dogs. But not if you're abusing them, right? Not if you're losing them. Not if you're leaving them alone. Those people can leave the dogs alone at their houses. They pay us for a reason, right? So you'd have to be always there with them. It doesn't mean that you have to be playing with them constantly. I think you have to make sure they're safe and fed and well. But yeah, you could make money off of the dogs. You could make money off of renting the rooms. You can do what I taught you to do. And I hope that you do it, right? But it's not going to be easy. It's never easy when you first start out. When I first started booking dogs, it took me a whole year to get my first dog. When I rented Airbnb, I was getting bookings pretty right away, even though I didn't even have a rating yet. So maybe you will too. And maybe you can get in on those businesses. Maybe you can build the bunk beds that I was going to build or get someone to build them for you. So I hope you do. And when you're successful at your business and you make your money, you can pay me back with interest the investment I made to get you started and to teach you how to be self-sufficient and self-employed. And then if you can work on this stuff and this stuff, which if you follow my guidance on how to do that, how to be a high-value human being, a high-value woman like you told me you wanted to be, then you will learn how to stop abusing people and how to stop being so mean. And I know you can do it. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to root for you to actually become a high-value woman that you want to be, so you can get a high-value husband that then you can show the community that you're a high-value human and they won't take your kids away when you have more of them with a wonderful husband. And in the meantime, you can work on your businesses so you can have money, because you're not going to get these millions of dollars. You're not going to win a lawsuit right now. There's too many eyewitnesses to your mental instability right now. And yes, I do believe that you can get mentally totally well and hone in on your gifts that you do obviously have. And that's not going to involve any pharmaceutical drugs. We know those don't work. Those don't work. They're poisons. They just lock you into mental illness. And yeah, maybe they turn you into a zombie or whatever so that you're not bothering people. But I see better, bigger things for you. So I'm really happy that I was able to keep my word and to teach you how to run a business and to clean your home and make it beautiful and to even show you how to clean. So, put a garbage can in every one of your rooms, and instead of throwing garbage around everywhere, put the garbage in the garbage can. Boom. Then you don't have to clean garbage because it's already in the garbage can. And then when it's garbage day, take it out to the street, and then boom, the people take it. Instead of throwing your clothes and your stuff around everywhere, put it in drawers. So if it's dirty, you put it in a hamper. If it's clean, you put it in the drawer. You don't have to even fold it. Throw that shit in there. You don't need to be throwing it around the floor, trashing your house. When you eat, cover the seats, cover the tables. So then when you're done, you can just put that in the laundry or put in the garbage if it's a disposable thing. Then you won't trash your chairs with like layers and layers of like thick food and nasty shit, right? And then when you, use your toilet and this and that, easy. You just get those cleaning wipes, just like I showed you. Boom, boom, boom. Razor blade. That shit's on point right now. All you have to do is maintain it on point. And it's easy. It's super duper easy. And you don't have to take a lot of time. And then once you make a lot of money, you can pay someone to clean it for you if you want. And I showed you how to make a lot of money. But you got to be nice. You got to be kind. You got to keep your word. You got to be a good person. You can't just be abusing people. That only works short term. And you said I can't get females, females are jealous of me and they don't want to. No, they're probably just don't want to be around a psychopath bitch. More than anything. They're not jealous of you, honey. They're freaked out by you because you're mean. Okay? Like, I'm not your friend anymore because you're too pretty and get all the men. I'm not your friend because you're a mean bitch who backstabs and steals, doesn't keep your word, and I took care of your home with tender, loving care and your things, and you trashed mine. Why would I want somebody like that in my life? It's common sense, honey. This isn't like rocket science. So become the type of woman that you want to be by continuing to follow me and observe me, and you will be that, I promise. I wasn't always who I am right now. I wasn't maybe as mean as you, but I was meaner than I am right now. So you're doing great. I mean, you're doing terrible, but you're on the right path. At least you were smart enough to friend me and communicate with me. You lost your beautiful babies because you're being a dipshit, being an abuser and a crazy person, going around accusing people of stealing your house. And they're just trying to help you. No, that's like crazy shit. That's not healthy. And stop following these fucking idiots that are making you more paranoid and psycho. They're not helping you. Don't look over there. Stop looking at those people. Look at people that encourage you to be a healthy person mentally, of mind and heart. Mind and heart. Okay? And that's how you're going to be successful in the businesses that I taught you how to run. So it's my honor and my pleasure, and I'm so grateful that I got to help you and that I kept my word. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your amazing life.